Hello， 大家好，这里是阿石，欢迎再回到 Tangle Tower。像是只玩了1个小时，今天应该稍微可以玩久一点吧。那我们继续未玩的谜题吧。哦，对，我上次的解到一半还没解完，我觉得我上次已经是想得太复杂了。或许我应该用不同的思路去想它，对不对？就是不一定要是，只是我们先把确定的东西给排一下好了。因为有些东西像这个，我上次没有弄懂。这个我上次是以为是像这个是3格嘛，就跟这个笔刷这样3横的最大的有像，但也有可能要代表其他东西，所以我先放别的吧。像这个是粉的三角形，就这2个，所以应该是这样子。应该是这样，这边应该是这样，对，没错。所以现在13。
Nothing. Did you find it looks like a ripped up jigsaw?
所以像这个我还是没有搞懂，这个是像这个是怎么样？想想看哦。如果颠倒呢？
That was.
Each brush has the information we need is on the page.
所以我其他的一定有摆错，所以我应该先从这个长短的开始决定，这样子。如果是按照形状来看，这样是比较合理的。然后，等一下这个该不会是指它的长短吧？3格刚好是3格，然后这个应该是最短的，所以是这个吗？可是这个形状不对啊，所以形状是这个。那蓝色、绿色这样吗
There we go.
哦，真的。
Perfect.
所以是搞了半天，我一直以为它是笔刷的长度啊。果然之前过不了的，只要一段时间休息冷静一段时间再重玩，通常就会解开。看来这款要玩很久了。有时候思路打结就会这样，就会卡住。
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
年轻女孩的合照，这个脖子特别长，应该不是死者吧？绿发、红发跟绿发是绿发吗？是金发吧？飞啊！好，这边应该是要查完。
Someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
换一点，我看我去年没有录到。有 ，OK。先把每一间房间都看过一遍吧。哎，这刚刚照片上的那个女孩。
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in
哇，
these
声音好
conditions.
可爱哦。
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, Miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective,
我
and
是个
I
侦探，我
need
需要
to talk.
Correction. You do not
你无
need
需
to
跟我
talk to
谈
me.
话。等一下啊，我先看下这个人长什么样。眼睛、嘴巴，这是鼻子吗？哦，这是头发，这是耳机啦。对，这样看，这是头发啦，嘴巴没错。我一开始以为是眼睛耶，长得这人怎么长得像鳄鱼啊？
Oh no? How come?
Because I am not a
我不是
suspect.
嫌疑犯，我觉得
I
没
am
有
completely
嫌疑犯都
innocent
是这样
of
说
any
的
and
啊
all。crimes.
Thanks for
我
letting
就
me
看右边
know.
那个眼睛
Speaking of which,
比较，
you
这
have
个比较
now
像
been
眼
at
睛哎
Tangle。Tower for over 23 minutes.
哎，它是眼睛啊
Surely，you have already
等
reached
一
a
下，
sturdy hypothesis.
这个是眼睛没错。我开始以为他头是这样子的，所以这是眼睛哎。好吧，小姐，你长得真
A
真奇特。
hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol
完全
dictates I
被
must at least
被
meet
他牵
all
着
the
牵着走
suspects,
哎。
and that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
名字
Fifi Fellow,
Fifi，
microbiologist,
微生
inventor,
物学家。
innovator. You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be
透过
summarized
单一
in a
回
single
答就
response
对一个人下
without
定
doing
论，
one a
会
great
造成很大的伤
disservice.
害。
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow.
Fellow，
So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and
Correct.
mother are named Flora and Felix,
啊，
but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are
是那个
capable
画
of
画
murder.
模特儿
Thanks
的
for the
女儿。
tip.
Fifi, you said you were a
Fifi.
micro something or other?
微
Microbiologist,
生物学家
but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the
本
microscopic.
质
I
上的
constructed
迷
my
恋。
first one
10
at
岁
age
组装的
10.
第一台
Constructed
显微
a
镜。
microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I
视力衰退。
turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No,
哼，
but that would be most amusing. What can you tell me about the murder?
谋杀。
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
太迟
You
钝。
fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
I was in my room.
我房
The
间
lights were off
灯
and the
没
door was
开，
locked.
门锁着。
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
直到有开始对我大喊大叫。哦，所以那间是他的实验室。
I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking.
哦 ，Poppy 是紫色头发的那位。
She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it.
时间线就是他听到他先下来，然后后来另外一个人下来，然后他上去发现死者。
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting
Poppy
outside.
的爸爸，
He followed us upstairs.
那个房屋头是 Poppy 的爸。
When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated.
这是谁？
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
家人。哦，好吧。好多线索哦。
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
等一下啦，先探索一下。
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
Soil sample？
Is that A
水晶
snow
球，
globe?
Of sorts.
又有解谜，
Hey, look at that.
就是水那个啊，雪景球的另外一种，只是这是在水下的那种，就是水景球。
It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake
这
and
个
those
早
weird
期
mountains.
早期亲戚那个家里面都有的。我家好像曾经有这样的东西，曾经有，亲戚家也有。很小的时候，大概1980几年或1990几年那个时候很流行这样的东西，当在家里面摆饰。湖在那里，而且是奇怪的山。
What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing
放了纪念
souvenir.
品。
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake. What are you thinking?
That would
啊，
make
就是
an
这个，有什么线索吗？
Hey, look, it's a model. What are you
不是
that
一
would
样
make
的啊。
Hey, look, it's a what are you
that
thinking?
would make an amazing
没有什么线索。
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
a book. Fundamental
基
entomology.
础昆虫学。
I guess
掉在
somebody
这
dropped it.
Books about
These books are, I think they'd
good
crumble.
excuse.
Thanks.
历史书、
Books about
地
geography.
理书、
Books about
Well,
insects.
there's not a
昆
single book
虫
on that.
书、
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched.
太空是从未动过，所以它这是第一个
Books
是什么？
about
These
古
books
代
think
史
they'd
excuse.
crumble. Thanks. Books about geography.
Skip. Sure, why not build a science
The
lab?
search for new knowledge. The archiving of old
可是
downright
很多书
poetic.
它都没有动过。
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a classroom?
哦，糟糕，我不是理科的，看不懂啊。
Math.
Don't look at them for too long. You'll give yourself a headache.
我是念大传的，
Math
顶多
equations.
应该
Don't look at them for too long. You'll give yourself a headache.
应该可以算文组吧？
Any idea what this means?
Not a clue.
就让我先理解一下吧。A，B 是193，2、4，不对，3在这边，2、1，1、2、3、4，差2、差2、差1、差4，差1，没道理啊，没有，不是这样。我是2、2、1、4、1、5、4。
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
It's an illustrated book
And it's
about,
been left open.
or it was left open for
Ever
us.
so slightly unnerving.
鸟类书籍，墨迹鸟，墨迹是那个对外用语的那个墨迹吗？我忘记我忘记墨迹的实际意思是什么了。以前有查过，忘记了。还是它的墨迹只是沾到墨水的痕迹啊？它饮食习惯很特殊，只吃乌有树的种子。好哦。
Books about books about
The
birds.
shelves are about.
Oh, so you're
I
a
knew this already.
books about nature.
没什么
Sure,
线索。
why not build
The
a
search for the archives downright
讲过
poetic.
了，放大镜。
Sure, why not?
The search is
讲过
downright
了。
poetic.
好吧，应该是没东西了。
It's musty in
What
here.
exactly does that mean?
没
Must. You ask such stupid questions.
没你的事。这个
Nice.
中文也可以有双关哦，不是？这不是应该是？继续飞去房间看看吧。
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99%.
I'd read you the but there's nothing.
That's even worse.
哼，
I don't know what that drink is.
bet-
That's even worse.
料罐。
I don't know what that drink is.
bet-
That's even worse.
What's that big book?
Looks like something Fifi's
Is it
been.
a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiment.
It's a magnifying glass.
How come you don't have one of them?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
Stuff Fifi.
You gonna rummage through the trunk?
No.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
Stuff Fifi.
You gonna rummage? I give it 5 minutes before.
It's a bed.
Barely.
A new suspect. Don't think you can get out of being questioned just because you're a.
I'm innocent, I promise.
这你要为求配音啊？
Save it for the judge.
够了，
Nice room.
It's a
这调
mess.
查很枯燥嘛？
But yeah.
为什么还要？
That's a whole lot of books.
调查这么不谨慎吗？
That's a whole lot of. Fifi's got something.
What
finished.
is all
这
this?
东西啊，这是 Papi 嘛，然后 Papi 跟这谁也不知道，然后都哦，这是他们的夫妻嘛，这两个是夫妻啊
I think that's supposed to be Felix.
，Felix
That's gotta be Flora.
Flora， 然后这个是那个 Papi，
Who is that?
No idea. Who's that?
Not sure. Who is that?
No
这边还没有
idea.
见过啦，所以他还没有办法知道他是谁。9、10、11，总共有11个人。
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so
That's
angry?
just the face you make when you're thinking.
为什么
Does make
主
you
角会
wonder
在这里啊？
When did Fifi draw all this?
明明是不认识的啊。
That's you, Sally.
What? I do not look like that. Who is that?
No idea. Is Fifi trying to solve the mystery with...
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Fifi 跟 Fiora 不在这里啊。
Freya?
对呀、
And... It looks like a microscope.
Can I touch it? I'm not.
水平滑动4个放大镜到正确位置。它放大镜还有正确位置啊？什么意思啊？加，这是3个加，1个加，2个加，3个加，减，所以减。哦，这个是放到最大了，然后应该是要组合成下面这一张图。应该用，我试看用这个好了。然后这边应该是要换。啊，是这样子啊，这个是缩小对不对？哇，这个不是那么容易哦，要调到一样的位置，3个加1个加， 什么意思啊？当然，我的悟性不够啊。要怎么调才能够合到刚刚好？这不对啊，这个绝对不对啊。可是这个前面 D 开始有点长哎。这样子吗？要错位，这个一定不对。这个加是最理想的。可是为什么这个长度差这么多啊？加，哦，这样子，这样还是有断啊。
I guess that's
The
wrong.
4 lenses all have different, so they must each have a specific position along the
这
range.
样不对吗？已经合起来了，这里。
No, that was it.
哎，有了。
Nice work.
哦，
Sounds like it
这个
unlocked.
好厉害啊！
Yeah, it's built on. There's a book in here.
里面有本书。奇怪了，金属锁锁着，不能把它打开吗？
What's that big book?
Looks like something
Is it a
feet.
clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology.
A pretty ornate window.
We're supposed to be looking for clues.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
Homemade posters. This one's about the Pythagoras theorem.
Nah, I've not heard of that band. Are they any
其实有
good?
很多他们侦探彼此间的闲聊跟一些搞笑，我就
Crystal
不
chandeliers.
加多赘
Extra
述
fancy.
了。现在已经半夜1点了，其实也
I
不太
don't
适
know.
合
They just seem
讲
old-fashioned to
太
me.
多话，就让
Plus,
我慢
they're
慢的
kind of dusty.
体验吧。我就讲一些主要的重要内容。
It's locked.
我还有一些房间没去，都先逛逛吧。线索很多，音乐室，啊，是 Poppy。
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor.
它的音乐
Whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Oh, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
喇叭雕像，贯穿裂缝。
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
蛮好听的，还是很悲
That's a
伤。
lot of
Probably while they're on the floor. Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like a little parade of floating spirits.
Are they?
Whatever they like a little parade of
All right.
spooky murder mansion.
Spooky murder mansion. Whatever it is.
Well, it is got a
What's with all the broken glass?
看过了，
It's one of those big pianos.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted. It's a globe.
For globing.
地球仪。
1 old
Yep.
wooden. 25 dry old books.
干瘪的旧
4
书，
lit candles.
Yeah.
点人的蜡烛。
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
有什么问题吗？
There's a faded
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference.
You still don't know, do you?
No.
There's a faded
When I was a kid, I never knew the
You still
No.
All right.
Spooky
murder mansion.
也太还会灯亮，
Are you a ghost?
是鬼吗？
That's rude. Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah.
That makes
小
you
姐
a
姐的头
suspect,
好
I'm
尖啊！
afraid.
I know.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy.
啊，
I'm
果
a
然是
pointer
Poppy。
and a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
I know。
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
哇，13年就有这样的成果了。好吧，他是专注练习。我其实也学过琴，已经不止13年了，就是就差在有没有专注练习。
There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his
躲
tower.
在塔里，
Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not
他
the
不能回
fellows.
看的，就没看
You
清楚
get。on with the fellows?
2 of them, Fifi and Freya, are my closest friends.
就
We
是
all
最小的一
turned
辈。
19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away, definitely. Fifi,
Oh, you
Freya,
said-
and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi, things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
那他的头是头上有瘤还是长了一个秃油，然后被头发盖住？不然就是那个外星人，头特别长的外星人，因为他感觉像是戴一个面具，里面才是真正的人。
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I
哇，
wake
好
up,
强，好猛
same as
哦！
always.
3.5. Does
对
that
琴
not
的
hurt your
热爱没有
hands?
没有
Sure.
这么的。
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in
怪不
private.
得。
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that. Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the
Oh, this way.
afternoon.
哦，月光花园。是园丁
Then we
吗？
heard this sound. lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it,
听
but
到
I'm
3秒
struggling.
关于什么
It was
什么
like
声音？
something drilling into a piece of
金属
metal, but different. Worse, I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check.
菲欧拉塔传来的。
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be, so I made Fitz kick down the door.
没有回应很奇怪，那个菲欧拉不是应该在里
I
面吗
went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying.
在
I
哭。
told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry.
菲
I
菲有
dragged
问
her
题
out into the
哦。
hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The 3 of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
他讲的比较有条
All
理，
right. Poppy's bedroom is
I wonder
unlocked.
what's in there.
看看吧。帕皮的房间也太乌苏拉了吧？
It's an octopus.
刚好还有章鱼。
No, it's not. It has
Octopus.
6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
6爪章鱼。
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols are?
Hopefully, nothing.
自制海报。
Various handmade.
What do you think?
Hopefully,
It's a metronome for keeping time.
节拍器。
it's ticking. Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
符号吗？旋转4个节拍器到顶部。怎么旋转？哇，好听哎！按4个，这个是转这2个，然后这个是转的哦。4个节拍器到顶部 ，OK， 那我懂了。这个是这2个，2、4、1、3。我只是应该一下吧。哎，莫名其了。
There we go.
Perfect.
应该一下就过了。
What
到
happened?
底发生什么事？
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in
小
there?
仓锁解锁，好像门解
A
锁。
heart of a
有照片。
photograph.
哎，金发少女。其余照片部分应该藏在 Freya 的房间里面。那可以把之前的照片连起来吗？这照片应该就跟那个是合在一起的、啊，跟这张是合在一起的。金发少女，这个是使者，表情有点呛，很像高手。那那个金发是谁啊？金发的也没有看到哎、 该不会是就是他本人吧？
There's something about that pink cassette tape.
粉红色卡带。
Something.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
晚点再去吧。
Just a bunch of clothes, nothing weird
To
about that.
you.
That is the
I thought vampires slept in
This is a
coffins.
vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
吸血鬼的床。
That is the bed of a
I thought
vampire. This is a vampire who needs firm support. Anything in the water?
Dresses mostly. Never realized there were so many shades of black.
A lamp. It is most definitely turned off. Empty. Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
A single How very...
Yeah, weird.
A big glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
通往花园。图快到正确位置。
Nothing. Still
All
locked.
4 tiles have a moon
图
symbol.
块都有月亮符号。
Those other symbols look like suns. Surely that's something to do with
I
it?
think it is, but
啊？
Nope.
maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
Ah,
You know,
what? The whole
yeah,
thing?
the duality of the sun and moon, you
二
know?
元对立，
If you say so.
镜像吗？
Ah,
You know,
what?
yeah, the
If
duality.
you
只
say
有
so.
看镜像。
Ah,
You know,
what?
yeah, the
If
duality.
you say so.
镜像就是先
Ah,
You know,
what?
yeah, the
If you
duality.
If you say so.
对吧？我觉得可
Ah,
能
You
的
know,
what?
yeah, the
If
duality.
you say so. Ah,
You know,
what?
yeah, the
If
duality.
you say so. Ah,
You know,
what?
yeah, the
If you
duality.
say
I
so.
guess we'll come back later.
目前找不到线索。
There's an, you know,
美丽的钢琴，
sheet music.
It's only a few
Yeah,
notes.
it's been framed though.
零散
Must
乐
be
谱，
important for some reason.
咪咪咪，瑞升瑞，咪咪咪瑞瑞，然后咪咪哆，咪咪哆，好，可以，记得了。
Just a bunch nothing
To
weird.
you.
没有线索了吗？
Various.
What do you think?
Hopefully.
How do you even get through?
等一
That's
下，
the
我
real.
要看一下那个线索。刚刚那个太阳、月亮的线索好像还没有。好吧，去找，我去找芭比看看。我要去问他关于怀疑
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
什么事，
What can you tell us about this cassette tape?
是你
Is
的
it
吗？
yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to
Freya.
have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like
Yeah,
your
maybe.
music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the
留声机
gramophone.
里面。
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
有人把它当礼物送给你。她就是以前粉红色的那个少女，听音乐的少女。你以前喜欢过这些颜
You
色？
used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
照片啊。
Let's take a closer look at this.
线索。线索有什么关系？卡带上的留言，粉红色卡带。粉红色卡带，金发女孩，粉红色的录音机发现于这照片里是菲菲用的，发现于 Poppy 房间。没有啊，录音机没有发现在他的房间啊，是照片吧？这个房间没去过，犯罪现场。应该是这个吧。
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player that was found in Poppy's room. Almost. Maybe just change
再改
one
小地
thing.
方，所以是错的。旧照是菲菲用的，哇，这样他还其实蛮好的哎，答错他还是会告诉你。替换成照片不能换了，金发女孩首饰。录音机我现在没有发现，金发也没有发现。
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches. Almost.
好，可以。
Maybe just.
有什么线索啊？发现犯罪现场，录音机有吗？没有啊。
The pink cassette. Almost. Maybe just.
完了，又只能 A 了。我已经选错照片了。可是为什么？上留言与犯罪现场吻合。留言为什么？可是我也完全没有什么相关的啊？难道是翻译的问题吗？啊，远远大于。文法不对啊，只有这个可以选择。这没有关联啊。 手势，可是他也没有办法让我回上一栋。
The pink cassette almost. Maybe just.
也没有办法让我回到上一栋。Papi 用的 ，Papi， 旧照片是 Papi。
The pink cassette tape found at the
对，我刚刚怎么
crime
选
scene
菲菲啊？
matches the
选
pink
错了。
cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
啊，不是
Yeah, it
我，
I'll prove it.
证明给你看的。怎么了？
You look a little different, but
看有些
Fifi
不
and
一样，
Freya
但
are pretty
菲菲和
recognizable.
Freya
It's
很
clearly a
好
photo
认
of。you with your
显
two
然
best
你们
friends.
三个是重要的好朋友的照
Why'd you
片，
tear it up?
为什么要把它
And
撕
then
碎
hide
然后
it.
藏起来？
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
答案昭然若揭。很恨菲菲跟Freya，不想像那样了。虽然还没有办法证明他是凶手，也还没有办法证明这个很恨菲菲跟Freya。他很恨，他就不会去找他了呀。
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore.
The passage of time is
时
a
光流逝影
powerful
响很
thing.
大。
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift.
钢琴曲
Years
送
ago.
给Freya。
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
I need to confirm something.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing.
And do you know what kind?
No
他可以
idea.
再
Acid
听一次
jazz.
哦，
It sounds an.
Sure, it doesn't.
Why are we?
The tape was found.
所以可
It's
以，
not.
Why not?
Not.
所以每一个都可以问一次吗？选其他的会怎样？
You used to like. We need a clue.
不是吧？还要再玩一次哦？不是都问过了吗？
Let's take a closer.
好吧，算了，先这样，先去看其他的。房间好多哦，我觉得这个没办法一次记太多，有太多事要记了，我觉得有点累。为什么玩这个会这么累啊？天文塔。
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering.
哇，这怎
So
么这么阴沉的感
quiet.
觉？
And yet,
因为他发型跟
so loud.
What are they whispering about?
他感觉跟小夫
Are
有
they
点
spreading
像。
rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
哎，如是。
Could this speck of dust start by telling me his
来，
name?
先生，告诉你。
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Me? Not much to say.
没什么好说的。
Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
他选他女儿。
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17
发
books.
型也太特别了
Just
吧。
a little
他是
hobby.
戴一个
Sounds
小
like
斗
you're
笠在
quite
头
well
上。
known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the cosmos I say hi.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening. I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever, then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
It's too cloudy to see any...
It's also daytime. You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical...
I would look at it.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
东西多旧了呀？围绕5颗行星，围绕地球转的5颗行星。这是水星吗？哎，那只要转，它也不能拉长啊，它只要把它转正就可以了。金星、火星。金星是哪？还没说哪一颗是哪一颗啊？我怎么知道哪一颗是哪一颗啊？这是火星吧？5颗行星跟太阳、月亮，这是月亮吧？
Nothing.
So there, rotate the planets and rotate the sun and moon. 旋转行星哦，这可以转哦。靠！可是我真的不知道什么是什么哎。这音乐好像哪听过？这样子。围绕中心的5颗行星，
可是有什么线索
I'll do this later.
因为我怎么知道他
They're clearly
他们的位置
gizmos.
在哪里啊？
Pretty.
It's too
It's
cloudy.
also daytime.
白天你在看什么呀？
Every astronomy tower.
I want to try.
为什么在看菲欧拉？
You can see right into Flora's room.
那是
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. Behind her is the back side of the easel holding... I can't really see anything behind it. Not... You can see right...
Not
I
by
can behind her.
accident.
I can't really see...
It's that little plant.
Don't you think it would fall
Maybe
off?
it's glued down.
I can just about see the ground. I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, not on...
Is that a window?
I think it
Is
is.
there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
上面还有一间房间。
It's the tower opposite this one. Trees.
It's too dark back there.
You can see right...
Not by
I can
accident.
see Flora, but she's not looking this way. Behind her, I can't really see...
天妇罗
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope?
代表他有嫌疑，他一开始就在看这边哎。
I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for...
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
a picture frame.
With no picture.
It's a chart of... Which planet are you from? It's full of tea.
Criminal.
唉，
Miss Tidier than the notebook.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start
Miss Tidier than the notebook.
So,
这是闲
even the
聊。
most well-used notebook. There's something kind. I just expected
Oh,
a
does
bit.
it not compare to...
总之这个长度红绿蓝
You know,
A...
I would look at. 红绿蓝橘，橘是最后。
Nothing.
So there are rotate the planets and rotate the sun and moon.
I guess that's...
I think you just need to get the shadows to line up with the shape on the base.
跟影有关系哦。哎，等一下，该不会是要连成跟这个一样吧？这样吗？
Nope.
The sun and moon need to be at 1 o'clock and
哇，还有
5
提
o'clock.
示啊，1点跟5点。有啊，已经有啦。
The shape on the base is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which is which.
不是重点是中间那个要怎么摆啊？哦，
Nope.
The sun and moon need to be at. The shape on the base is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which is which.
可重点是这个星系是怎么样安排的？因为它也不能够，哎，哦，红是这个。
Nope.
The sun and moon. The shape on the base is symmetrical.
哎，哦，so ga，原来是这样子。哎，那这样不就好了吗？那要把它全部填满吗？啥玩意儿啊？ 好像真的在哪听过哎。
Nope.
The shape on the base is symmetrical, so it doesn't.
不是，我现在是不懂它到底要转到什么样的地步。
Nope.
The sun and moon need to be at. The shape on the base is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter.
为什么要这样转？跟什么位置好像没有什么直接关系耶。
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
它跟放什么位置没有什么直接的关系。
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
因为这两个是重叠的。
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
到底是怎么样呢？红绿蓝。
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
结果每一关好像都在硬 A 啊。
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
我真的不懂哎，到底要
Nope.
要怎么
The
样
shape
才
on the
算
base is.
过关？
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
Nope.
The shape on the base is.
搞不定啊，那到底是怎么样啊？到底要什么样的形状啊？是啊，先别纠结了。
Reset the puzzle. I'll do this later.
搞不懂哎。那这间呢？我去看看它顶楼那间是什么好了。这还有一间房，阁楼。
It's a statue standing up straight.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty. Also, it's not stuffed.
标本。
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
Nothing catching my
I'm
interest.
sorry, is this spooky?
Kinda. Someone painted out
Do you
the
think it was done?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty
窗户
suspicious.
涂黑了，感觉是要做什么，不让人家
At
看。
least the moths are kept well fed.
Just dusty junk. What is that?
Not sure.
Looks
Some-
like it might attach to something.
轴。啊！吊挂急刹，它下面画画，然后被东西打到，然后会有发出很奇怪的声音。垂钓式的攻击。
Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry, is this
Kinda.
just dusty junk? Just
按照
dusty
柯
junk?
南常演的
Nothing
场
catching
景
my
情
interest.
节
Kinda.
应该会有，这种是很常见的击杀方式。
It's a statue.
You know, there's a name.
I-
It's not also. It's stuffed. Nothing catching my interest.
Sorry, is this
Kinda.
反正我应该来就是先找到这个东西吧。
What is that?
Not sure.
Looks like it might attach to something.
红绳。
Where's that
No,
light
it's
come?
just there's a decent gap between.
光，果然就是死者的位置，受伤的地方。
Is that what I think it is? 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 Is that what I think it is?
Bingo，
Where's that
No,
light
it's
come?
just there's a decent gap between those floorboards.
Someone
Do you
painted.
think it was
No,
an
either
idea?
way, it's pretty suspicious.
Just dusty junk. Just dusty junk.
It's a jar.
Huh.
我觉得我猜对了，他凶手是从上面击杀的。
The attic's directly above us, right?
Yeah. The outline of Freya Fellow. There's a single patch, no real
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing...
Let's check the case file again.
东西从天上来。鸟舍，哦，酷哦。
And especially fancy.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy
色的
birds.
鸟。
My little writing desk.
确实真的都是鸟啊，刚刚有一只好像它蚊子啊。
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle.
I feel like I'm standing in a giant bird diagram.
They're beautiful. Someone... I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so
I do it by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
Bird diagrams.
They're beautiful. Someone will know.
What's with those little windows?
I think they're there for draining rainwater.
Oh,
Check out that butterfly.
looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
A rather magnificent bush.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
Oh, just beautiful.
好像是鸟哦。
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's
色染
lovely!
很可爱。
And that shape. You're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on
它的发
brown
型哦，
ensemble.
感觉跟那个什么树那种艺术那种造型树很像。
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it.
哇，好，他的风格很那个，我觉得很日式吗？好像日本动画会出现的人物。
Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my
他才20
friends.
几岁哦，感觉不像，
are
像30几岁。
Travel? Where to?
anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it.
类学，
I call it the only thing I've ever.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle
你
Tower?
懂鸟语吗？
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of
他
him!
是楼上那个天
Silly
文
to admit, but
The
I suppose I can't bear
Type.
for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz.
费
He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz fellow.
The very one.
费费了
You're
哦，
engaged to a member
她
of the
是那
fellow
个
family?
园丁
That's
的太
interesting.
太啊。
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether. I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there, crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I. Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too.
Fitz.
I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now.
Penny 的房间，
Traveling
这个小姐姐还
cases.
不错，
Empty. All of them.
蛮有
A little tea set. Looks
蛮
recently
随
used.
性的。
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed. It's a birdhouse.
待鸟成痴啊！
Are those real birds? Nope. They're
这
wooden.
鸟太好笑了。
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
七只鸟的位置，啊，可是这要怎么样调啊？难道跟那个有关吗？还是颜色啊？应该不是看那个的。黑，哇，色彩学啊，我都还给老师了。
Nope.
There must be some logic. Something to do with those white lines.
白线。这个加白色会变成有点白绿色。一开始，最后应该是复杂的颜色，绿加红。
Nothing.
I think the birds are.
绿，黄色应该是红配，绿加蓝应该是偏紫吧，就变大变色。
I guess
It's a
that's
family tree. The colors and eyes combine as they go down the family line. You'll need to start with blue and yellow at the top.
所以 我怎么会知道他们的眼睛是什么样子啊
Just gonna rest my brain.
这样我还要看一下族谱哎，族谱在1楼哎。没有看完，他就收下去了。我还有点看不太出来是什么样子。
It's a birdhouse.
一开始提示是蓝跟黄在上面，然后伸出的应该就是 Hello， 这个应该是那个菲欧拉吧，他们的女儿是看不到的，女儿应该是这个。
Nope.
There must be something to do with those white lines.
Nothing.
I think the birds are.
不是吗？
I guess
It's a family. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
I guess
It's a family tree. You'll need to start with blue and
这要
yellow.
做笔记。
Just gonna rest my brain.
我下去看一下好了。
That's
There's
something.
something just feels out of place.
不入的花。不寻常的蓝色。
Anything in
Bed
there?
sheets.
That's not even remotely suspicious. Looks like nature. Rude. Ever get the feeling?
The mannequins don't have eyes.
That's not a traveling case.
Empty. All of
我
them.
觉得有点怪
Traveling
怪的
case.
Empty. All of them. Benny's books. Mostly novels. You know,
Oh, if that's true, it looks like nature. Rude.
OK， 去大厅看一下那个族谱。
What is?
I think it's a family tree.
它是2个，然后下来。你忘记了刚刚一开始怎样？1、2、3，下来1个。 所以应该是这样子。
Fitzfellow. Half fellow, half
Fitzfellow
Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
园丁 Emily，
Emily Everstone. Do you think she still lives here?
Flint fellow.
A purebred. Married a randomer, though.
Do you think he still lives here?
应该不是这条线的。Lady， Fiona 跟 Flix。
Primrose
I
Remington.
always liked the name.
Do you think she still lives here?
Puppy，
Percival Pointer.
Professor. We met him. He's one of the suspects.
这应该是这一条哦。上面黄绿、蓝黄在这边，所以菲欧娜跟他先生。 我每天都逛一次，我觉得好累哦。
It's a
Are
birdhouse.
those
有点
real?
有点精神难以集中。
Nope.
There must be something to do with those white lines.
Nothing.
I think the birds are.
Just gonna rest my
真的要
brain.
休息一下了，我觉得好精神涣散。这个游戏果然不是每个人都能玩的。还有几天没去，这是哪里？石头广场。哦，侦探。
Hi.
Is that a...
If it is, it's a.
钟表。
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
直到4根指针都在正确的位置。这个冲两边，这冲一边，这冲一边。哦，我懂了。可是怎么样才算正确的位置啊？
Nope.
So moving any of the hands turns like cogs on a machine.
I
Did
guess.
you work Each one ends with a little hoop. Try looking through the hoop and ignoring.
重点是我不知道哪边是正确的啊。正确的位置它没有显示是哪边。
Nothing.
It's just numbers on 3 on the right, 6 on the bottom, 9 on the left, and you only need 90-degree angles. That should make it easier to work out.
不是，重点是
I'll do this later.
数字是多少？
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one too.
Bushes.
A wooden trunk.
I want one.
A pointless little
I
stone.
don't know.
Wanna play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded. It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the mansion at the base. It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the mansion. A giant glowing gemstone.
AKA a greenhouse.
温室。
Wow. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
镇长也太帅了啊！啊，有领哦。这个戴了一个很酷的面
I'm
具。
Sally, and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
A private detective grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke,
我
it's
是
not
开
a
玩
good
笑，
one.
一点都不好笑。
Who are you anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
啊，你也是侦探啊？
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do. It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky. out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot.
Okay.
Looks like it might. Grimoire, you go first.
A giant,
AKA a greenhouse.
Is that a?
If it is.
钟表这个到底是我不懂为什么要这个要转去哪里啊？旋转表盘到4根都指在正确的位置，正确的位置是哪里？还是它这个符号是有代表意思的吗？这是3吗？这是9、3、6、12，对啦。
I got it。
靠，这样就过了。我随便转的我刚才怎么刚好都刚好在这边，我还没玩到到底发生什么事了
What's in the box?
A little tool, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
小镜头。它东西也不能自己组装。在侦查的时候来使用，对，这边应该开了吧？温室。
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not it.
Looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
宝石。不需要蓝色，应该是那个的吧？那个 Puppy。不是 Puppy， Penny 的那个他房间的图。
It's bigger in here than I.
Tools used by a gardener. Gardening.
石花弄草。
It's bigger in here than I thought it would be.
你在这里啊？这么吓人。
A little chart of.
还红色的眼睛。
Actually, I have no idea what it's about. Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
周期表。
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
拍 W 是啥？这个我不知道。然后 Rose S X。
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
暂时应该没有什么意涵。
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic.
Is that fruit?
Too shiny to be fruit. It's glowing a little.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. Bit of a decadent flooring.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes.
哇，你眼睛感觉好像很像是这种魔族的人。
Is anyone going to say
有人发言
anything?
吗？
Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry. Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know. You work here as the gardener. I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake? That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it. The color is just a byproduct. Of what? Poison? It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle. Could you say that again, but like condense it, as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person? Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes. Alteration? Like mutation? That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around? Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room. And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right. Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz? I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there. We? Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Okay.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
又有新房间。哎，门口怎么一个问号？我觉得这是你的房间啊。哇，家徒四壁。
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
等一下，我先看一下。
An empty glass and an
玻
empty
璃杯
plate.
和一个空罐。
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
等一下，该不会就只有这一关吧？我以为他会有好几个案子要跑，哎， 看起来，因为这个游戏就叫做 Tangle Tower， 这个不能念错，念错变奇怪的东西。所以就只有这个塔，这个塔解完应该就没了。
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
What?
It's a big empty space.
又大又空。
An empty glass.
Looking at it is making.
Why?
I don't know.
It's a little handmade card. Inside it says, "To Fitz from PP."
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy. I think it would rather be
这个
outside.
男生好单调。
Hello.
Not hidden very
Doesn't
well.
need to be.
开啊开啊！
It's a combination. Sort of.
密码，重新排列，找出密码。这样不是那么合，还有都不用转。这样，不对啊，这线也不合啊。可是那边到底要怎么样？哎，这边好像是合的哦。这样，这样是合的。盒子挂锁的密码组合，啥？这要怎么样找出来啊？这个真的不是那么好懂拼出来了，可是这是3个颜色的组合啊。如果这样子呢？这样也对。这样也对，可这是什么颜色的组合？这个，哇，3张纸片可以合出这么多结果。刚好。
Nothing.
Maybe if you move the paper around.
Still locked.
I think the lines drawn on the paper.
剩最后这一张。纸的声音真的不是很好听。这张纸会有这样的声音吗？然后什么水，就是踩在那种臭水沟的那种感觉。
it's like a jigsaw puzzle.
That
It looks like it's like a jigsaw puzzle.
That was.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
这个跟下面3个都有点像，会不会是这样子吧？
That's done it.
Neat.
原来如此。
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth.
包
Hold
在
on.
布
Huh.
里等等。
That's kind of ominous.
不吉利。PPIFF。PP 是 FF 应该是 follow face fits Penny 对他们两个是相爱的，没错。
We already solved it.
There's
Something. I was probably just a rock.
You sure? It's locked.
I thought we were.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
怎么又是这个啊？哦，我还记得这个好像是这样子。
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same.
Those moon
跟外
symbols
面
in the
隔
slots.
壁的是
Maybe
一
they're
样的。
connected, but also.
哎，
Maybe the
So where
entrance
is it?
somewhere else.
所以月亮，月亮是一个这样的图案。
Ah,
You know.
what? The whole
Yeah, the duality of the sun and
If
moon.
you say so.
对立的，因为我记得原本是这样子的。是什么意思啊？
Ah,
You know.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
the duality.
if you say so. Ah,
You know.
what?
Yeah, the
If
duality.
you say
我是
so.
先这样，先记月亮好了。
Let's
这
come
样
back
子
once we.
这样那个闪电状。
A big glass leads out. into
There's a little mech.
哦，它那个闪，它像是这样子的啦，是倒歪啦。
Something happened.
That must be it. And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of.
OK，然后再回去。这两边都开才能开哦。
It's locked.
I thought we
We
were.
are.
What's that thing by the?
原来如此。
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. Finally.
Whatever's on the other
出去。
side.
然后有一个新的区域，屋顶花园。
That's one big
Or
dragon.
one very small dragon.
小龙，你是说宝可梦吗？沙漠蜻蜓，
Giant stone frog. Love it.
还是那个好像有一只蜻蜓的专门的宝可梦。
Yeah, he's got his tongue out like he's.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
是跟羽毛。
Ah, a little warm.
It's making
Wonder
me
how it's hooked up. It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil.
这样小花园还蛮
Apart
漂
from a
亮
couple
的
of。loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks.
The roses are bright red too.
Aren't roses?
Exactly. It's
在
so
绿
I must
在
just
那
stay
个绿
here.
色
Oh,
开拓
shall
地
I
也
go
给它
finish the
盖一个
investigation?
类似的东西好
That'd
了。
be great.
我有些想法。
The stone pillars, or what's
我们还
left
少
of
了
them.
一个，我们还有一个温泉会馆还没盖啊。
Be careful,
那
we're
边都不算
pretty high
是
up.
温泉。
Yeah, we're on a roof.
It's another little statue.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing.
Well, they're not part of the stand. They're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
土特型雕像。
It's a rose bush. Not part
The
of
rose, exactly.
The door into Poppy.
So only Poppy.
I guess so.
It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the
That'd be great. It's so
他
relaxing.
们的声音让我都好想睡
I
觉
might
啊。
just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the
That'd be great.
A little pond.
It looks really. See those metal bars around the
因为讲
edges
话有点
too?
慵懒，
Yeah.
听起来就很想
Well,
睡觉。
nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Trees.
In a
我觉得
garden.
我还没有找到玩解谜游戏的一个做录播的一个平衡感、平衡性。以往我玩解谜游戏都是很安静，一个人在那边点，然后我就把它破关了。
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why?
Well, either they or the sculptor was
What do
just.
you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to
自
make.
己玩做录播其实蛮无聊的，就是如果
It's
是
the door into Fitz's
看我
room.
观众有些是要用听的，因为
One
看
of
的还
only
好，
two
用听
ways
的
to
可
get
能
into
就
the
会觉得
garden.
很无聊，就好像不太适合一直讲。我会把每一个地方都去过了。这边是什么东西？为什么有一个问号？怎么了？
That's
可疑
all
陈
the
述。
statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
撒谎一定有啊。
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then I heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went
他
up
的
there.
正职跟
The door was
贝
locked.
斯是可以合
Nobody was
着的
answering.。So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya
但
was
是
right
菲菲
there,
拉
laying
拉
on
的
her
那
back.
个
I left my
That's a
tower and headed down towards
puppy.
the grand hall.
But in the hall, I spotted
我觉得这
Uncle
个叔
Pointer
叔
heading down the
讲
stairs.
话有点奇
I
怪。
vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor
Painter
Pointer
的
appeared.
I didn't know what to
他的
do.
望远镜都
So I
是看
ran
着
downstairs to get Fifi.
Fiola，
I heard someone heading down
而
the
不是在看天
stairs.
文。
Just outside my room.
菲菲感觉很奇
Someone
怪，他
began banging on the
带
door.
着
I ignored
带
it.
着 Puppy
Until the
跑下
someone
楼，
began
他
shouting
是
at
去
me.
哪里？
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing
目前
through
是
the
Printer
front
先生
door,
跟那个菲菲让我感觉嫌疑
Penelope
比较大。
called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very
Flex 我忘记了，他上次玩的，我有点忘记。
to find Professor Pointer. So I
啊，还有他跟他太太感觉也有
The
嫌疑
room。for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up.
有吗？
Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other. That's all the statements.
这看过了。 找证词吧。还是先到这了。今天已经玩1个半小时了，2点半了，差不多该来宵夜时间。看看，我下一个应该会想去问谁啊？菲菲，我觉得菲菲的嫌疑是目前让我觉得最有问题的。你好朋友走了，可却一副很专心在做实验。好啦，先到这啦，感谢大家收看，那我们下次再继续玩喽。对回至标题。OK， 大家晚安，再见喽，拜拜。